Okay, so a lot of people don't know what imps are. They confuse them with the implings that you catch in jars. It requires 7100 to catch these using a magic box. And these are what the full ones look like that have 2 charges. And what they're able to do is teleport items to the bank. They have 2 charges, so you're able to teleport 2 individual items back to your bank. Or entire stacks of things like that. And then once you use the 2 charges, it's depleted and you have to catch another imp to get the charges back. I used to use these at rev caves every time I got something like dragon legs, or for instance when you're killing Venenatus and you get onyx bolt tips or an elite. So instead of leaving and having them go back to the bank every time you get something good, you can just teleport the item back to the bank. So a couple years ago I made a video of the best spot to catch these imps. And since then people have told me, oh well, that's not the best spot. So I'm going to be testing 2 new spots that are potentially better. And the way I stumbled upon this is I was looking up the best ways to get champion scrolls, starting with the imp. So I was looking at places to kill imps on wikis, and it actually showed on the map how many spawn points there were in that general area. So it got me thinking maybe there are better spots to hunt imps than the spot that I found a few years ago. And in particular what I was looking for is just areas where the spawn points are clustered together. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go there, test out the XP rates, and compare it to the original spot that I found. The first spot I'm going to be testing is near Tithe Farm in Zaya. There's literally 10 spawn points here. So let's go to the first location. I need to use a POH portals teleport on my max cape. That's the best way I know how to get there. And now we gotta teleport to the Hosidius area. And if you don't have a max cape, I think placing your portal here is probably your second best option. Also, another easy way to get here is if you have Xeric Amulet, you can teleport to the Glade, which is pretty close. The spot we're going to be hunting is right around here. And by the way guys, if you enjoyed this video or it's helpful to you, drop a like and even consider subscribing to the channel, because I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And oh yeah, top funny comment wins 10 mil. So now I'm just trying to place the traps in the optimal spots as shown by Wiki. And here it goes. There's actually 4 imp spawns around here. Interesting. Okay, actually I see 5. Wow. He just knocks all my traps down and disappears. Weak. What's crazy is each one of these that you catch is 450 XP, so the catch rate might be a little bit slow, but overall you're still getting pretty good XP. Okay, so it looks like on the first inventory we're running at about 91k XP per hour. I'm going to try to get to the bank really quick, bank these, and come back and see if we can maintain that XP rate. Number 5. So, looks like we're nearing the end of our trip. We're still running at 91.5k XP an hour, which is pretty damn good. Just slightly better than the other spot that I found, and I do have another spot after this. It's probably even better. So, literally just finishing up the trip at 94k XP an hour. That's actually really decent. The next spot's also pretty easy to get to. All you gotta do is teleport to the Monastery with the Artie Cape. There are 9 spawn points for imps in this area, but 4 of them are close together around this area. Doesn't help that there's trees, but we're going to try to squeeze out the best XP possible here. I'm just going to mark the general area where I believe these imps spawn. One of them's right around here. Let's see here. There's one over here. Once again, these trees do not help at all. One of them's right here, and there's one kind of like over here. Who knows how this is going to go? Let's try it. I see one's in the church in here. I'm probably going to have to eliminate it. Okay, so now that we have this established, it's actually pretty decent. The first trip's a little bit difficult because the imps are scattered around, but once you get it started, they don't go too far from their spawn spot, and then the XP rates start going up. I felt like this was going a little bit sloppy, so I decided to bank and actually reset the XP counter. And right off the bat, we're looking at over 100k XP an hour. So toward the end of the first trip, the XP rate started to taper off at 80k XP an hour. And even toward the end of the second trip, it wasn't getting any better. So now I'm going to be revisiting the Hunter spot in the God Wars Wilderness dungeon, and we're going to see how the XP rates compare. In my original video, I ran all the way from the Corp Cave to get to this spot, but I found a much quicker way, and that is if you have an obelisk in your house, teleport to 27 Wild, and you're basically right there. So you're going to want to start setting them up in this general area. The good thing about the Wilderness is you can set down 6 traps instead of 5 if you have the diaries complete. Another reason why this spot's so good is because the spawn points are so close together. We already caught 3. So now it's to the point in the video where I can almost say that you wasted your time looking at those other 2 spots, because it's pretty safe to say this is superior XP. So it looks like we're going to be wrapping this up around 108, 109k XP per hour. quite a bit better than the other two spots. In conclusion, I think there's a reason why this original spot has a higher XP rate than any place in the game. There may only be 3 spawn points, but they spawn very close, and I think they might even spawn a little bit quicker than a normal level 2 imp. But not only that, I know for a fact that these don't do that little thing where they turn into a poof of smoke and disappear. So all that stuff put together overweighs the fact that there's less spawn points. And by the way, you may have not actually wasted your time by looking at those first 2 spots, because a lot of people don't want to die in the wilderness, even if they're not an Iron Man. But in particular, hardcore Iron Man are probably not going to be catching imps here. So like always, I hope this video was either entertaining or helpful. If you're looking to join my little community, check out my CC, Nocturnal RS. So drop on by, let me know what you think about the content. I'll see you guys in the next one.